Good morning, Harrison. It's Friday, March 23rd, 2018. Here are your morning video announcements. My name is Holly.
And I'm Jalen. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for the Peace Pledge. I am a peacemaker. I pledge to recognize the good people do and make positive choices and help others do the same. I will be at school,
at home, and in my community every day. Lunch for today will be whole grain, double stuffed pizza, green beans, sliced peaches, raisins, and milk.
Today, Evelyn Gilchrist has a birthday. Tomorrow, Mrs. McCleary has a birthday. And on Sunday, Watwan Orr has a birthday. We want to wish you all a happy birthday. Well, Tuesday was the first day of spring, and Wednesday we got snow. Let's go over to Nevaeh for a check on the weather forecast.
Good morning. Today won't be very warm. We will only see a high of 35 degrees, but it will be super sunny. I predict a 91% chance of outdoor recess for the weekend. We should continue to see sunny skies, but the temperatures will stay in the mid-30s. We will start to see a warming trend beginning on Monday, which will probably lead to rain, so enjoy the sun while it lasts. As always, be sure to dress for the weather and make it a wonderful weather day. Before we can go over to Christella with Strange but True, let's enjoy an irregularly scheduled commercial break.
There are two loaves in my life. One is my cat, Kion. The other is colorful fruit salad. I can't begin to tell you how wonderful it is, but I'll try to describe what makes it so special. The first time I tried colorful fruit salad, I was sick and had to stay home from school. My mom went to the store and brought back a huge grocery sack full of fruit. Several hours later, she put a bowl in front of me. I took a teeny spoonful, and the amazing taste of grapes, apples, oranges, watermelon, blueberries, and kiwi went down my throat. From cool tangle, then on, I was hooked. Now I eat colorful fruit salad as often as possible. I still haven't gotten tired of the cool, tingly feeling every time I put a spoonful of fruit in my mouth. I guarantee a great meal if you add colorful fruit salad to your menu. It is refreshing, exciting, and delicious.
Thanks. As you know, we are celebrating Women's History Month, and today I want to tell you about a farmer. She got cancer, and the doctors took cells from her body to test them. Normally, when cells are taken from a body, they die really quickly, but not Henrietta's. Her cells didn't die. Her cells lived. And they did something even crazier than that. They multiplied. Basically, her cells became immortal. They simply cannot die naturally. Her immortal lines of cells, known as HeLa cells, would be super vital to some of the most important medical research of our time, like in vitro fertilization, cloning, mapping, and developing vaccines that keep us from getting things like chickenpox. She died in 1951 from cancer, and her cells impact nearly every person in America. And she never even knew it. Her name is Henrietta Lacks, and she was an amazing woman in history. Stay tuned for another amazing interview conducted by Mrs. Crawford.
Good morning, Harrison Elementary. This is Miss Crawford, your principal at Harrison, and I have another one of our special guests with us. We have April Thompson, who we are highlighting for Women's History Month. And I chose April because let me just tell you this. We went to high school together.
Yes, we did.
And so I've just watched her evolve into this amazing person, and just want to get, share with her accomplishments and share how successful she has been and is, I'm sure, going to continue to be. And so I just want you to know a little bit more about Miss April, right? Okay.
Yes.
So first I want to share with you about the piece of her that she gives to others. There's so much that she does for our greater community, and I think it's pretty interesting. She is taking care of many of our unfortunate or less fortunate people in the community. So, April, talk a little bit about that.
Well, the name of my group is called Shoulder to Shoulder, and it is a community-based project where we do weekly feedings for the homeless, and we throw 4 major events during the year for them. So the first one that is actually coming up is going to be the Easter egg toiletry drive, where we fill Easter baskets with toiletries instead of candies, although we do fill a little bit of snacks in there.
Okay.
And we pass those out. The second one is going to be our summer party, which we are doing more of a fancy restaurant this time down at the men's shelter, where we'll have tables and linens, and we're going to have a chef-inspired meal and actually serve them.
Okay.
And then we have our annual Thanksgiving community meal, where we make the huge Thanksgiving dinner. Anyone in the community is welcome to come.
Okay.
And then Christmas time, we sponsor either a family or someone who is transitioning from the shelter to a home. And we try to get them things like washers and dryers. We might, if they have an automobile, try to make some car payments, insurance, anything we can do which will be most helpful.
Okay. So some of the things I see, I follow her on Facebook, and I see some of the things that she's doing out in the community, and I'm just amazed that sometimes, it's late and you're making drives out and you're pulling food out of your vehicle and all packaged up, and people are donating and making sure that the homeless people are warm, they have warm socks or food to eat, and so it's just really amazing. How did you get involved in that?
Because I just feel like it's very important for us as a community to always work together, to reach back, to pull back, and that's even in education, in mentoring, and so definitely helping the less fortunate. Like if we all share a little bit, everybody can have something. And I just think that that's the way it's supposed to be in life in general.
Okay. So you're this chef that,
I am.
How did you get into that? Did you always, honestly, when we were in high school, I didn't see you as a chef. She's like,
what would you see anybody as?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I have always wanted to be a chef. My dad, even in his obituary, said Bruno the Butcher, because I used to tell him I was going to be a chef. My name was Bruno the Butcher. He called me Bruno my entire life.
Okay.
And I never, ever cooked at home, but I knew I was going to be a chef. So when I got out of high school, I ended up going to school for environmental science, because I thought I wanted to do water conservation, clean up the Great Lakes, that type of stuff. So once I got done with that, I got an internship at the at Case.
Okay.
And I started working in infectious diseases. And I was like, all right, well, it's time for me to get a master's. Like, should I go chemistry? What was I going to do? And it was like after 2 months in the chemistry lab, I'm like, I'm going crazy here. I can't. This is not for me. You have to be quiet all day. So I didn't want to do that. So I said, okay, yeah, culinary school. So ended up going to culinary school, but when I got out, just because of the time period, there was no Food Network. There was no one that looked like me. And not a lot of females. And I said, the jobs they were offering me were like at a college campus or on a cruise ship. And I'm like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm going to start my own business. So the fuel behind that was, one, my mom, because she was like, you are nuts. Nobody is going to hire you. You are a girl. Nobody hires girl chefs. There aren't even a lot of female chefs. But my mom is from like the deep south. And I was like, okay. And she's like, you'll never be able to pay your bills that way. And so that's fine. And so it'll be my 19th year in October. And I pay all of my bills, and I pay all of hers as well.
And she's fabulous. I mean, some of the things that I know that you do and related to your job, you've worked for some amazing people. You'd like to share any of those experiences?
Sure. I work for all professional athletes primarily. Kyrie Irving. I've done things for your beloved LeBron James, Mike Tyson. I've done things for Diddy. You might see me again working with Diddy. I'm working hard on a project for him. It's easier to tell you what athletes I have not worked for because, I've done Cleveland Indians, Cleveland Browns. Right now I'm working with some of the Oakland Raiders, and I've just been all over. I've done projects with NASA. I sit on the culinary board for Tri-C, so I'm on their steering committee for Cleveland Eats, a culinary festival, which all you kids should tell your parents, bring you to the culinary festival in September. So you can try Chef April's food. And there'll be a whole kids station,
and you also
too.
work with Ronald McDonald House, right?
I am now a chef partner with Ronald McDonald House. I do monthly birthday parties for the kids, and I also do Rise and Dine dinners where companies pay a fee to have me come in and train them how to cook a meal for the residents.
Oh, wow.
So, I have that. I have a...
You have a station down at the Q or something?
Well, that was just for playoffs and for the finals last year.
Right,
but it was an honor to be selected there. I was the first African-American to ever be there. And then I was the first chef to ever be there that did not have a brick-and-mortar restaurant.
Okay.
So that was a great honor. And now I don't want to do it again. People ask, like, are you going to do that again? No, because I've done it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Okay.
But I have a camp with Mayor Frank Jackson that we are doing with the Gang and Violence Prevention Division. So I'm teaching kids how to cook after school to keep them out of trouble. And urban farming in East Cleveland. I don't know. It's so much stuff. That's why I asked
How do you keep it short?
That little book I pulled out of my bag. I have to write everything down.
So, where do you cook out of?
For my clients, my athletes, I cook in their homes every day.
Okay.
And then if I have an event that I choose to do, I'll rent commercial kitchen space.
Okay. All right. Very exciting.
It is.
So we're going to keep watching you because I know that you are moving and shaking around this world. You're going to just, evolve into so much. Yeah, so what does your mom think about your cooking?
Well, she loves it. She likes those days when I spoil her and just come over there with my chef bag, and she'll be like, wait, am I getting food today? I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to cook for you today. So she loves it. Yeah, there's no more of that. Now she's like, oh, yeah, my daughter, she is a chef, and she does this and that. Yeah.
So you cupcakes, do you have a name?
Sweet Chicks. So I have 4 elements to my businesses.
Okay.
There is Wild Times, personal chef service, Sweet Chicks, custom cupcakes, Tiny Toons, gourmet baby food, and Canine Couture, gourmet pet food.
Okay.
So I try to do all elements that my clients will need so I stay employed.
Right. Yeah, I might have to try the dog food out for Max, right?
We'll have Max all slender, running around.
I saw that recently that you're doing some meal plans. For people. Okay.
So that has been like a health and wellness journey. Everybody tries to get healthy, especially at the beginning of the year. So I reintroduced mine now because I feel like everybody will have abandoned their New Year's resolutions. So it was just like a week to just kickstart it, and now they're begging like every week, like, please do it again, please do it again. But like I'm doing it this Sunday coming up, and that's it. I don't have the time to do it, but it's nice to give people that jumpstart, like, this is the way your meal should look. Here's a written meal plan. And now follow this and go on into the future.
So they get how many?
You get 7 meals.
Okay.
And so it's dinners. And it's like just well-balanced, portion control, just showing you can have carbs and everything. You don't have to cut any one thing from your life, but showing you portion control, so your carbs should be your smallest thing. Amp up your proteins. Use smart carbs like the brown rice, the quinoas, and vegetables. Tons and tons of vegetables.
Okay. All right. Well, great. Well, we hope that you will join us come back here in May when we have Career Day, but I know you get pretty busy, so we may just have to hold on to this videotape and, hold it dear to our heart because we might be
I will try. If I'm
back.
Free, we will.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be here if I'm available to do it.
Well, I know this was a short time, but we thank you for coming out and spending some time with us, and I'm sure everyone appreciates the information you have shared.
Thank you for having me.
That was super. Now for the joke to end our newscast. Did you hear about the farmer that fed crayons to his chickens?
What? That's crazy talk. Why in the world did the farmer feed crayons to his chickens?
He wanted them to lay colored eggs.
Okay, that was just weird. I can't do that. Not on camera.
And remember,
don't lag.
be swag,
Be cool.
come to school.
We hope you have a great weekend.
This is
This is
Holly,
Holly,
Jalen, Nevaeh, and Christella signing off. This is the and we are out.